Right, welcome everybody, and thanks for joining us, Mentor. My name is Dr. IT Samuel Boateng, aka Dr. IT. Everybody knows me like that. So, today I'm going to talk to one of the most special guests over here, Michael. Michael has been with us, and today he is my mentor. He's going to just share his experience about life. So, welcome everybody, and welcome Michael.
Welcome, Doc. Thanks.
All right, so you're on the hot seat today. So, I got you. I hope all is well with you and the family and everything, correct?
By His grace, they're all doing great.
Excellent, excellent. So, just to start, so, our listeners will definitely get to know who we are talking with. And can you give us some brief, story about yourself, your life, and how you landed up or you get here?
Thank you so much, Doctor. My
You're
real name
welcome.
is Michael Edichun. Most people know me as Hope for Life. They usually call me as Hope for Life, but the real name is Michael Edichun or Mike. I would say a young poor boy from Ashanti region, Kumasi, specifically from Bantama. But I'm cool. I'm not like I'm cool. I'm from Bantama, but I'm cool. Um, as we all know, I struggled to come to America for some time. I tried a couple of times, like we always say in Ghana, doing some kind of connections. I came here one time for school and then went back. It didn't work out, so I needed to go back. Um, like I said, I'm from Kumasi and I also went to school through Polytechnic. And from there, I get a chance to come over here with a DV lottery. So when I came here, I started working actually from 7-Eleven. I work in different places. From 7-Eleven, I moved to security. I did a security job for a while. Later on, switched to Micron Technology, there in Manassas. I worked there too for 12 hours. It was a crazy job. I mean, it's a computer job. They deal with memory chips and all that kind of stuff. So I was working like 12 hours over there and also doing another job. So it's like always working like 20 hours a day. So I did that for a while. And I also started school at Nova. One time I had a serious accident on the Prince William Parkway. I don't know, most people know familiar with Woodbridge and Manassas. One time from work, that was 12 hours. And then from my other job, also 8 hours. And I also going to school. So you can tell I was sleeping in the car. It was crazy. Then I was using a Jeep Cherokee. I didn't know. Right from Prince William Parkway, all the way when you're getting close to Woodbridge Walmart. Trust me, I was far asleep. I didn't know what happened. By the time I wake up, there was a whole lot of cars around me with the ambulance and all that. And I was rather asking them what is happening here. My car was messed up. God so good. I didn't hit anything. I hit a pole. So the car, everything was messed up. From that day, and I said, no, I'm not going to do those two jobs and going to school at the same time. So either way, I have to quit one. So I quit the school and the other job. And I just was working at Micron Technology for a while. Then most people know me. I love money. I like expensive cars and stuff like that. So I was like, what am I going to do to get to all this? So I started my other business as a shipper. That was the name, Hope for Life Shipping. So I've been doing the shipping for a while. I've been doing it for a while. And then the crazy part about shipping, you can make money, but it was crazy because working one job and my off days, I'll be going to people's house, picking their boxes, cars, and other stuff to ship to Ghana for them. I was making money out of that, but I didn't have the time because always one of my job is like 12 hours. I work from 6 to 6. And then my off days, I will get up like early in the morning. I will start roaming the whole Virginia, picking boxes and all that. So I was not having time for my wife, my kids, and myself too, even though I was making money, but it was crazy. I did it for a while. And later on, one day, I think one day, like in shipping, mostly you ship people stuff when you get to Ghana, and then sometimes you get some stuff missing. The most annoying thing was like sometimes people will call you 2 a.m. whilst you are asleep, asking you about some common thing, missing sardine. I know most of them here are Ghanaian, so they're familiar with that. Then my wife always get mad, like people calling around 2 a.m. asking me about their sardines and all that. Then the one thing that I remember, one time I shipped somebody stuff. They get to Ghana. For some reason, they get their stuff all right, but they call me. The lady who gave me the stuff here called me, was insulting me so badly that I'm a thief. I did this and did that and did that. I was like, how come? So when I wake up in the morning, I went to the house. The woman wasn't around. I asked the kids, and they said the mom went to work. So I went to Addis. I bought a full package of sardine. So I sent it to the woman's house, and I told them I'm going to ship it for them. But that didn't sound right to me. So I have to call my partners back home in Ghana and then specify that particular box. And I asked them that, what happened to this box? And they said nothing happened to that. And I said, no, the woman is complaining terribly. There's some stuff are missing. And then one of my sisters told me that, no, that particular box, I'm familiar. The guy who picked it up is a police officer. So I don't think it's missing. I said, okay, let me have the number. I called the man and I said, I want to know about this box. When you get it, what happened? And he said, oh, nothing. One of my friends took just a couple of sardines to eat some kinky. So that's what I said, okay. Call your sister and tell your sister. And he said, no, put her on the line. So I put the guy and then the lady on the line. As soon as the woman saw my number, he started insulting a thief like you, all kind of words on me.
Wow.
The brother was trying to.
So you've been doing all of these jobs in a while, and finally you ended up into the IT.
I'm trying to get to the point where I came to the IT side.
We can't wait to hear that IT part.
So doctor, to cut the whole matter short, that was what happened. So my wife was pissed and he said, you like computers, why don't you get to that? Lucky for me, that very week, I pick your stuff, doctor, you and your wife, I pick your stuff. Yeah, it was a stuff that was going to Ghana to set up the slum in Ghana.
Right.
My wife was like, you shipping stuff for them and you are not taking part. Why? And I said, oh, I'm busy. I'm too much busy. I can't do computers. I don't have time for that. And my wife was like, I'm the one going to pay the money. I'll pay the money. And I said, fine. If you're going to pay it, that's fine. Don't believe it. She called Francisca that very night. That was, I remember, it was around 11 p.m. She called Francisca and said, I'm enrolling my husband. I said, what is wrong with you? I didn't have a choice. Okay, fine. And I was like, so what am I going to do there? Don't worry about that. So I sat down and I think it didn't make sense. I said, okay, fine. So when I talked to Francisca and doctor, they said, can do it. I was giving them all kind of excuses. Like I'm busy. My workplace, I get off like 6. How am I going to do this? But finally I decided, okay, I'm going to go all out no matter what. And doctor, you can tell when I started the classes, doing from 6, right from work, then I have to be there. Yeah. They will be done like 11. And I was still doing it. And I also decided that I'm not going to do it like a week. I'm going to do it continuous. So doctor was teaching us from, I think, Monday to Thursday. And I was doing all that. I'll get home like 12 midnight. But it didn't bother me because I know what I was trying to get. Finally, after 3 months or so, we were able to done. Then I laid my hands on a job. So that's what I can tell. Later on, when you ask me more, then I'll go further.
That is an extensive background. I couldn't wait to hear the IT part because I know doing 20-hour shift.
I'm telling you, doctor.
Going to school at the same time and being a husband and being a father. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. So how it is with the IT now? I mean, working in the IT, how does it feel like being an IT person? Are you still doing that 20-hour shift in the IT?
Doctor, I would say this is the best thing that has happened in my life. Now, I don't do that 20 hours. As you can see now, I'm relaxing in the studio.
I can see because you used to be on your phone and said, I'm setting up somebody at the studio. I'm doing this.
That's right. It's good. I love this job. I really thank God that I saw Slam, and now I'm so happy because now I have all the time. I work like sometimes 3 days in a week, sometimes 2 days in a week. Just like this week, I'm about to start my shift tomorrow, but I'll go to work tomorrow, off on Saturday, go back on Sunday, off on 3 days again. So now I have time. The only thing is that I still do 12 hours, but it's not like 12 hours that I
Hey, you and money.
now I get a full office. So you can do whatever you want. I mean, I would say the IT job really helped me. It's the best thing that I have in my life for now.
So give me some challenges you faced. I know you probably weren't so ready, when you wanted to jump into Slam. Give me some challenges that you faced whilst you were working hard and at the same time taking classes from Slam. How did you succeed in, catching up with your studies and all of that? How did you do that?
Okay, Doctor, I would say that the challenges, one is time. We always give excuses, but there's always saying that if you stop what you're doing, you have time.
Mhm.
One of them is excuses. And then two, with the time, like, like getting off work at 6 p.m. and you need to start class at 6 at the same time. So I have to run like crazy to get to the class. Sometimes I have to give them excuses and leave early because I know what I was looking for. So that was the challenge. But what I saw like is being focused and then knowing what you want. That's the best thing. But the challenge is the time and then the learning part. Because the doctor will teach you everything that you're supposed to. I mean, he's supposed to teach you. The rest is up to you to absorb it, to, apply them. And like the challenge is like getting off work at 6, going to class and getting off at 12, getting home like 12. I need to go through whatever you teach us a little bit. And then in the morning, because you have to refresh before coming back to class again. So
No,
I would say that's the challenge. That was the challenge.
that's incredible. I like the part when you were sleeping and had an accident and you were asking them what is how going on. So all right. So let's come back to to the work. Tell me, how did you secure the job that you are doing now? How did you do that? Because there are some people that they want to know how easy and how difficult it is to find a job. I mean, just give us how you stumble over the job that you are doing now.
Well, this is the whole thing. After the class, I used to call Dr. a lot, asking him questions. And then you did help me with the resume. I did the resume. When I sent it to you, and he said, no, 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 we need to put it in, we need to change this, make it short and all that. So I took all that. So all that he told me, that's what I did. And then initial stage, I was kind of scared. When I put in applications and even when they call me, then I get scared. Even when they leave me a message on my phone, then I felt so scared to call them back. Even though they call me, I was like, wow, what am I going to tell them? What am I going to do? Then I wait for a second. I said, no, I need to be bold and do it. So I get a couple of them when I put in the applications. And guess what? The same place where I used to work, their headquarters is in North Carolina, Novant Health.
Mhm.
That's where they call me. So they call me and say, hey, they schedule me for interview. Um, when I get to the interview, I was the last person. It was about 5 or 4 people in front of me. But what helped me most, that's what I'll tell my colleagues here if we're willing to do that. When I came in, doctor, and then Francisca told us we need to at least take 3 courses, the A plus, the network, and the security. I was like, no, we need to get straight to make money. But this is the point. This is where it helped me a lot. When I went for the interview, some people came there, they did the security, others did A plus, others are network. But when I went there with all the 3, they were so eager and happy to pick me up.
Mhm.
And then what I've discovered, like after you get a job, you can give them your opinion, whatever you want them to do. Like I said, I'm an Adventist, so my target was to get a job whereby I will not work on Saturday.
Mhm.
So after the interview, when you ask me, doctor, I'll tell you the whole thing too. But I'm trying to make it short. So after the interview, when I got hired, they were so amazed. But I told them that I have one problem. The reason is I can't work on Saturday, and they said no, they can't do it. I have to work on the weekend. But because I had all the three, the A plus, the network, and the security, guess what? They called me back on Sunday. I can't believe this. On Sunday, and they say, hey, we're going to give you.
It's supposed to be like your Monday, right?
Yes, sir. But also on Sunday, and they called me. It's okay, fine. And doctor, the good thing is like my old job, I was the highest pay. Let me put it this way. I was the highest pay because I was a sergeant on my job. But when I came here, now they're paying me 3 times my old job.
Wow.
That's a good thing about the IT. And then besides, I don't work so hard like I used to work like crazy. Now I get an office, and then also all your tickets and everything comes on your phone. Basically, you're supposed to do about 6 tickets in a day. So you can imagine each ticket, you have 2 hours to do that. So you can come and do all your stuff, and do that. So that's where I am now.
Wow, that is very, good. Now, just tell me, did you put my determination in getting the job? I mean, you were working in this place, as this officer, transitioning. Were there any determination that you have to put in it to get that particular job? We want to know everything about how you got to this job, and also after the class, how long did it take you to get the job?
Okay, so let me start from here. After the class, after you finish with us, what I did is I sat down. I took two weeks off. Then I sat down to go through everything that you teach us, from the A plus to the security. But what I did was I decided to take the exam backwards from the security. So after the whole thing, I went through everything that you teach us. Then I started working on the application. Like you said, like I said, I'm originally from Ghana. So we kind of
you're an Ashanti man, so you like money.
Doctor, we love money.
It's like an Igbo person, Igbo and Ashanti, they are the same.
We love money.
You see money and you see Igbo, you have to know where it is, So when I see Ashanti man, I see Ashanti man and money.
I love the money part. Yes. So, doctor, like you said, you always used to tell us that to be confident and improve. The thing, because basically we know it. When I started working, that's why I realized it. We know it, but we always, degrade ourselves, or we don't have the confidence, like, oh, I can do it. But whatever you teach us is what is on the field. And then I love it so much that we were doing hands-on and all that stuff. So the dashboard where you teach, each company is different. They have a different dashboard, but whatever you teach us is similar. So whatever you get from the class is the same thing. It just has a different dashboard, but mostly it's the same thing. And like you said, I don't know what to say, but basically,
I see one of your mates is online, so I just want to send greetings. Richmond, good evening. I see he was probably not ready to talk, but
that's right.
In, so.
Basically, that's the whole thing. So, like I said, we know the thing, but we always don't have the confidence. So when I learn it, I'll just say, oh, no matter what, I know how to do it. So why do I have to feel shy? And even though if I don't know, I can go back and ask, or ask whoever around me, or I can call doctor back and ask. So that was the whole thing. But when I started working, I feel like, no, I'm okay. I can do everything now.
So what are some of, I asked, well, one of the area you didn't address is how long did it take you? After the class? You talk about you took 2 weeks off to take the exams, which was excellent. I'd always ask and tell people 2 weeks at least when you're done with the class, take the exams. If it didn't work, you know that you can give yourself another 2 weeks, push it harder, and then you can do it. Now, give us how long approximately did it take you to, to get into this position?
Doctor, I would say about 3 weeks. Because after that, I was aggressive, putting in the applications on Glassdoor and all these places, searching all these places to put in applications. And then some of them too, you get I mean, they call it by different states. I didn't want to move. I just wanted to stay in Virginia, specifically Prince William County. So I didn't want to go far. So basically, I was like about 3 weeks.
Okay, so someone is asking a question and said that what was the position you applied when you first started working in the IT? I mean, after SLAM, what was the title, your title? What position did you start working on?
Okay, well, I started as a computer analyst. My company, the company that I'm working for, the bad thing over there is that you do everything from A+ to security.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. So they
don't. In security, you can do, depending on the company, you can do everything, especially
exactly.
When, something happens, you can be scanning the system, you can identify malware. So, some companies are like that. Not all companies, gives you everything that you have to do. Some companies, I mean, you would do a little, others you do more.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, someone is asking, did you take 3 months to do the A+, Net+, and Security+? How long did it take you to do the exams?
Doctor, I would say 3 months because I was aggressive. So when I came over there, I was doing the class from Monday through Thursday. So you can imagine, a whole month we were able to finish the A+. We moved to the network, and Dr. 2 was quick. Then straight away to the
it's not because I was quick. We're working with time, right? And so time is what?
Yeah.
Money.
And Doctor, that helped us too, because like my issue was like, if I'm supposed to do like a week, I mean once a week, I don't know how long it was going to take us, but that continuous class from Monday through Thursday, it was something good for me because every day we move on to the next thing. Because today, whatever you teach us, the next day is the refreshing, we continue. So everything was back to back. And I was okay with that.
All right. So, that answers the certification question. And then, also what I want to find out is that, tell me your initial challenges you faced when you started work. How were the people nice? Did you go through any other training, or they just put you in front of the machine and say, work? I mean, give us some of the experiences you got on the field.
Right. That was a whole lot of challenge. And then also, one of the challenge that I remember, I mean, when technically when you start working, they will hand it over to somebody, your senior or somebody who is already there to take you through, show you stuff and everything. But my first challenge was like, as soon as I get there, and then they show me my cubicle. There were brand new computers, 2 monitors and everything. They put it there because being an IT fresh, they expect you to set it up yourself. They just put everything on my desk. The system, you need 2 monitors, keyboard, cameras, and everything. I was like, whoa. So you have to set it up yourself. So that was the first challenge. I was expecting that by the time I get there, everything is set up for me. I'm just going to sit down and do my thing. But it was just the cubicle. Then I have to set it up myself. So if you don't know how to set it up, then so I thank God that we did the hands-on and everything. So you know where to connect monitors, you know where to do all that kind of stuff. So I was able to do that. And then my colleague who was training was like, wow. The first question was like, where did you get trained? And I told them, oh, Islam. It's not far from here. And they were like, yeah, a lot of people talk about them. I said, yeah, they do hands-on and everything. And the guy was like, do you know that somebody came here, have all this kind of certificates? He couldn't even connect a mouse. And I said, a mouse. So, wow. So that was it. Then after that, my second challenge, like we Ghanaians, we are kind of laid back people. We kind of scared. Something that belongs to us, we don't want to ask. Like I said, they gave me a cubicle. There was one guy who was giving me a hard time. He's just an A+, but I didn't know that I have a higher qualification than him. So I was supposed to occupy his office, but I didn't know that. So he was giving me a hard time because initial stage, they gave me Monday to Friday. he keep on fighting me that no, I'm new. How do I get a Monday to Friday? And he's been there all this while. He's doing 12 hours. So they have to change my schedule back to 12 hours again. Say, okay, it's not a big deal. Anytime, whatever I would do, he will have a complaint. So one time it came to us and said, no, I need to report this guy to my supervisor. If not, then I need to look for another thing. So I was aggressive and I told my supervisor that I don't know what is going on. I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong. He said, no, you are fine. You are one of the fantastic guys. Go ahead. And I said, I don't know why. This guy is giving me a hard time. Anytime he complains about things, I don't know what is wrong. And he asked me, who is that guy? And I said, no, actually, you're supposed to be in that office and he's supposed to be in the cubicle. That's where the trouble starts. So they have to move him to the cubicle and put me in the office. And you can imagine. And look at, I'm not saying anything bad about our brothers here, Black Americans. We usually refer to them like Akata people. You know, they know how to talk. They can run their mouth, but they don't, most of them, they don't know anything, but they can run their mouth. So he will be coming out with all kinds of terms that I've never even heard it from Slam or anywhere, but it's not even in the system, but because they know how to talk. So you feel like you don't know anything. So basically, that's some of the challenges that I was facing. And then, like I said, the dashboard, what we were training in school, when I get there, it was new. So I need to learn how to switch from the one from school to that one.
All right, so that's an excellent thing here. And then, you know, Richmond asked a question, and I don't think, you know, you can answer this question. He said, you know, how much are you making? Of course, Richmond, you are working in the field too. You can tell us how much you make. You know, you have to mute yourself now and tell us how much you make.
Doctor,
right, so
he's only doing oil security, but he's making a lot of money. So I'm waiting for him to put it out.
Moving from one place to the other place. He's next into the mentor, so don't worry. I'll get so you know, one thing I want to ask you is tell us how the flexibility that you know, Slam was to you since you were an you know, Advent, and you couldn't you know, you couldn't, you know, be part on Saturday's schedule.
Doctor, I would say like Slam is a very flexible because there was no way I was going to make it. Looking at my job schedule, working in the morning from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then when I came over, Francisca was like, no, it's not a problem. We can work it out. I was surprised, like, wow, how is it going to be possible? After 6, it's already dark. He said, no, don't worry. We have classes from 6 to 11. If it's up to you, if you can do it. And I said, okay, if you're willing to help, why can't I adjust myself? That was the reason why I decided to pick up the Monday to Thursday class, because they were ready to give us everything. So I really appreciate whatever Slam did. And then I encourage everybody to join it.
Yeah, this class was created for, you know, for you because you came, you know, with a group. And normally that's what we do. If you bring a group and there's a certain time that works for you, we create that class and just do it. Normally with a minimum of 5, right? We can create a group and then conform to your schedule for you. And that is, you know, because we understand that a lot of people work and all of them. We've done this for many, many people. There was a group that came with us from different area. We have to create a group for them so to fit their schedule. And so if you want to bring in a group, definitely will come around your schedule as well. Michael, you know, today talking from the standpoint of an expert, you know, knowledge now because he has been in the field. Now, Michael, somebody is asking a question. He's saying that, you know, did you do any interview since you took internal position? And how was the interview conducted?
No, it wasn't internal position. They are in a different area, and then where I was too was a different. Yeah, I did the interview, just like I said. That's the scary part. When I went to the interview, I mean, doctor, you teach us all those tricks. So I was familiar. When I went there, it was like a group of, I mean, I would say a panel. There was a panel, and they will be throwing questions here and there to you. So you have to be calm down and take it like easy, then answer their question. And then I remember what they told us. Just tell them, make it simple. Whatever they ask you, make it simple, straight to the point. So that's what I was doing.
That is excellent. And so, you know, if you have to advise, you know, many people that are listening today, you know, to take part, I mean, if you have to advise someone to take any other job, you know, what kind of advice would you give to people?
The advice that I would say, like, one, I would say the IT now to me is the best thing, because I mean, we are all familiar now, this pandemic issues, all kind of jobs, even as of now, when you go to Walmart, Home Depot, and all these places, you will see that they are trying to push all the cashiers away. Everything is moving to automated. And then the best thing about IT, I remember when we started out, sometimes you can work at home. They give you a computer, you can remote to people's system or whatever you want to do. It gives you enough time and you're too relaxed. I mean, one is the time. Now I can spend time with my family, my wife, and the kids. At the same time, when I go to work, it's not a rush. The best thing I like about the IT is that I don't have to have a specific dress code. I can even wear what I'm wearing right now to work. And then nobody will ask you anything. So I like that way. But before you can do that, you need to face the challenge. You need to prepare for that. You need to be ready to take the mantle. Like I said, now I'm getting paid 3 times what I was getting earlier. True, just imagine what I went through. No sleeping, learning, and all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I get 3 times. So I'm really grateful. Perseverance and then focus on whatever you want to do. That's what I would say. Now, there's nothing on here that I would say is better than IT. And then besides, when I get in there, you can learn more because you're going to have more time. You're going to have a whole kind of things. So IT is something that, I mean, every day it keeps moving, new things coming, but you have the chance to learn it. So I don't think it's a bad idea. So if we're here, then you're planning to join, I would say go to SLAM. One, you get a chance, you get the best instructors, and they are all free. Just like I'm talking to doctor, like my classmates, you know, they are free, they're ready. Any questions, they'll help you. We used to have a joke. I know, doctor, I remember during our class that I'm going to take 50. And I said, no. How are you going to dismantle a whole computer and set it up back to changing the screen? Then you're going to take a 50. No. It's not going to happen. But what I realized is that in the IT, if you need money, if you want time, if you want anything that you want, you can get it from IT. But the whole thing is up to you to be focused and then struggle. I mean, it's a short time. If we're able to accommodate all that, you will lay your hands on whatever you want.
Excellent. So, you know, and so these are some of the challenges and some of the ways, you know, Michael got into this field. Now, if you have any question, just ask. So there's a question here. He says, what would you say was the most practical thing you learned? Right. And that is, you know, one of the former students asking.
Well, the practical thing, that's a lot of practical things from SLAM. Even I know those people, even when you go to SLAM, the most advantage is that they even teach you how to fix phones. That's one advantage that I get from SLAM. Minor stuff about phones. You know, like even people are get scared of opening a laptop, a screen, and all that stuff. But doctor teaches all that we do hands-on, like networking and stuff like that. By the time, what I love most is that the things that we do, Dr. made us bought all the tools and everything for ourselves. It's the same tools that I'm using at my workplace right now. A full tools, I wish I can show it here. The same tools that we use for working on network cables and stuff like that. Basically the same thing. After that, doctor helped us with a kind of site where you can go and get your things. Basically Google, he always say, Google is your friend. So if you are not even familiar with what he's talking about, you just Google it, then you can find out easily. And you'll be surprised that one thing I like about IT, doctor. One example. One time I was sent from here to Gainesville. One of the doctors during the pandemic, they're using the cameras to treat patients. So the doctor was complaining that his computer is not working. I tried to remote it and it was not working. I couldn't get it to that. Guess what? I have to drive all the way from Manassas to Gainesville. And guess what? When I went there, the computer was not even plugged in. The cable was not even plugged in. I look at it as I thought he's a doctor. So the doctors, they are so smart. So after I did the whole thing and it go like, so am I done? I said, no, that's my job. So it's kind of, and it's a job that you can, let me put it this way, you can command respect, you can command all kind of things.
Yes.
Since then, now the doctor is my friend. Anytime you need something, he will just text me straight. Hey, Mike, well, how do I do this? And I was like, doctors, I thought they did surgeries and all that stuff. So they are more smarter. But why is he asking me kind of questions? How to get it to his email and all that. And then doctor, I was saying it's a lot. With me, IT has helped me a lot.
Right. So IT has helped him a lot. And that is where we want everybody to focus your life. And in actual fact, what happens most of the time is that with the IT, you can make you make any amount that you want to make. And that is where Slam Technology comes in. Slam Technology will give you the tools in your hand to achieve that success. We direct you, we show you, you do it in a practical view, and then you can just go. And so with pushing yourself and doing everything, trust me, you can make it, as Michael is talking very confidently, as you can see him doing. Michael did it, and I see Richmond, who is just pulling my legs over here, sending me all sorts of private messages and say that, Doc, you are cash and qua, It's all this nonsense and stuff that he's just bringing into a meeting today. And so what I want to tell you is that you can change anyway. Now remember, Slam Technology doesn't only offer cybersecurity, right? We have the Linux training, we have database, AWS, the risk management, which is part of the
hacking too.
Work, and then we have the certified ethical hacking. You want to hack, just let me know, right? And that is what we are studying now. So this is very, very important. It is. Now, one gentleman is asking, how much did you spend on the tuition?
Wow.
Everybody kind of get your own tuition, man.
And then besides,
so call the office and then you know how much you spend on the tuition. Maybe I charge him 10,000, maybe I charge you 15,000. And so remember that we do promos and then we do all of them. So so how much did you spend on your tuition is like, how much are you making from work today? And so that is one.
But doctor, trust me, I would say like Slam Technology have the best tuition fee compared to others. Yeah. I'm not going to say specifically, but it was a whole lot of promotion.
Well, like down the street, if you take A+, it's 3,600 from ONLC. If anybody can Google, and this is just across us, right? And so we kind of do our own pricing and what will work for everyone. And so give us a call, right? And we will work with you in terms of how much you need. Don't put the money first. You want the career change, trust me, put in your best effort, designate some money for yourself, and you will definitely, make it. Yeah.
And doctor, aside that too, the other benefit is that whatever you learn from there, you can get a side issues. Nowadays, even when you're home, there's a whole lot of people having issue with their computers. Mm-hmm. Apart from your main job, you can get side issues like.
And good stuff about you is when you came, you were willing to spend any money that you could just to make your life better. And then you brought your military friend who is disturbing us, Richmond too, right? who also was willing to spend any money. And Slam said about this is the moment you join Slam, you become a family. We don't let you alone, right? So I always tell people, I said that always you make sure you stay in touch with Slam. We make sure we direct you, we guide you. Even when after you have taken the class, trust me, if you haven't succeeded yet, it is you that do not want to be successful. Slam takes your hand and guide you and direct you the way that you should go to be successful. We take you into the perilous of waters so you can be prosperous, right? Now, here's another question that says, did you have any prior IT experience?
Well, basically, I would say a little bit, just like we all do. Everybody uses a computer, no matter what, use a computer. But the whole idea is that when you are ready to do it, you can do it.
There you go. So when you're ready to do, you just, put everything that you have in, put all your best in to do it. And that is one of the things. So Michael, I'll leave the floor. I will let answer one more questions. Another question that came is, what kind of basics did you learn? I mean, that's, basic did you learn? You're
talking about the basics.
Yes.
Yeah, what helped most was like when I came to Slam, we started straight away from A+. And then as we all know, the A+ deal with the computer itself and everything, the components and everything. So first they will let you be familiar with all that stuff, how to work on the system. And then after we done with that, then we move to the network. So it's kind of the steps. You start from A+, you go to the network. That was the advice for me, what I got. Usually, like people come with a mentality that this is what I want to do. But mine wasn't like that. I was trying to get opinion because when you get people already in the field, they know much about that. So I just throw it to you and Francesca, like, okay, what is the best thing to do? Then she started narrating the whole thing that it's better you do the A+, from there, then you move to the network. So just like you moving up on the ladder. So we did the A+, we moved to the network, and then the security. Then after that, you can move to something else. So that's what I would say. That was the basics. And that really helps because you will get to know what is inside the computer, the computer itself, what you're going to work on. You need to understand the system first before you can move on. Because you just like going to move to networking. How are you going to let the two computers communicate? And you're going to let the system communicate from different locations. And you don't understand the system. How is it going to work? Maybe the network cable is not working. The wireless card is not working. So you need to be familiar with the hardware part, or what I would say the A+, to know the system first before you move ahead. Because when you start straight away from the security, you don't know anything about the network and then the A+. When you get to a point, they're expecting that, oh, somebody who have a security, that means you know all about this. Just like my exam first day at my workplace, they put all that stuff in front of me that I need to set it up. So if I didn't know what to do with that, that means you said you have a security plus, but you don't even know how to set up a system. That means right away you fail. So that was a big test for me.
Yeah, so that is excellent. So I believe Michael has shared a lot of intent of his experience and gone through everything. So you can visit us on www.slammllc.com, www.slammllc.com. And then, for any other class that you want to take, you can take CISSP from us. We have a lot of people who want to take, CH or CISSP or any other class. Whether you are already in the IT or you are new in the IT, technologies hold your hands and direct you, right? What we want you to do is keep pushing, keep doing it until you become successful. You don't quit after the class. After the class, it's your responsibility to contact us. Now, remember one thing that I told you, I said Slam Technology don't have any failure point. We are 100% successful business company who gives you the knowledge and the practical experience. So if you are failing, it's because you are not, contacting us. If you are looking for the field, then you need to contact us. But for the people who want to take this field, we hold your hand. No institution in Virginia and in this world will accommodate you and say, I will give you and train you and help you to be successful until you become successful. We are not leaving you, right? No institution will do that. Slam Technology is out there for you. We want to help you. We want to build you up. We want you to be successful so that when you can be happy and become part of the IT group. I believe that once you join the IT group, you will never forget mentioning our name, and that is exactly where we come from. So, there are a whole bunch of certifications that you can join with SLAM. If you don't, it's not listed, contact us. We can give you everything. For business training, Slam Technology does a very good job on that, right? If you need only help desks, we are training for help desks. It's a new help desk class that we are bringing it on board. Very, very nice, very good. So you will be able to become a help desk. If you want to be cybersecurity, we have cybersecurity. If you want to be only network engineer or administrator, you can be. If you want to become cybersecurity expert, you can. If you want to hack systems, definitely you are in the right place. If you want to learn Linux, yes, we provide both Red Hat and then the Linux, CompTIA Linux. Any of those helps a lot, right? And then, if you want to go through any other field, you can. For career changes as well, if you don't know which, is best for you, contact us and then we will take you through the career training. Now, I'm going to let Michael give us his advice. I want him to give us his idea and the thought and advise you on, from where he stands now. 5 years before he took the class, was it thinking about taking any or going into IT field, or what was it thinking about doing? Right, today he's here. So I want him to advise us, and for those especially who want to go into the IT and are confused, let's hear Michael. Michael, give us your final thoughts on, an advice as to what to do.
All right, Doctor, before I do that, let me talk about this first. Somebody asked about the position. Mostly what I've realized is that when you go to the IT field, they have a whole big names for the titles, but it's the same thing that we learn in the school, talking about computer analyst, computer this, and that. But when you go there, you see that whatever you learn in the school, that's what you're going to do by just the title. It makes us feel so scared, like, oh, I can't do this. Because I remember when I started applying, when I look at the title, computer network engineering, I didn't know that it was the same networking that you teach us. But coming out with engineering, like back home, we have that mentality if somebody is an engineer. So computer network engineering was like, whoa, this is a big title. So, okay, let's put that aside, go for something familiar. But I didn't know it was the same thing. So maybe you might have the same mentality. Whatever you're learning from the school is what is out there. It's just the title. You just need to know the path. And then, like you said, I'll say if you are here tonight, you haven't made up your mind. With me, I was in the security field. Like Doctor said, my friend Richmond is in the army, but I was in the security field. So I was trying to get to the top. But it doesn't matter. When you go to security, my last position was public safety. I became a sergeant. You're going to hold a gun. You're going to do all that. You feel like, oh, you have all this vest and everything. Like, okay, you were somebody. But the amount is not, the amount of money that you're going to get is not going to meet whatever you're expecting, because you want to drive an expensive car. You want to have your own house and all that kind of stuff. So my intention was like, how do I learn to a job which will pay me more than what I'm doing quick, so that I can also get time and everything. So I would say, like, if you were looking for time, spend time with your family, go for IT. If you're looking for money, it's an IT, whether you like it or not. That's the trend now. We don't have a choice. Everything is changing to IT, just like we're doing right now. It's a technology. You were sitting in your home, I'm here in my house, but we're talking. It's all about IT. You can imagine the guys who came out with Zoom and all that. Now the amount of money that they are making. So if you are not in the IT field, to me, that means you are in the wrong profession. That's what I'll classify that. You are in the wrong profession, because that's where, here is where you can relax. Nobody is after you. Just like right now, my supervisor is at North Carolina. All that he's doing is checking the graph, what I'm doing. He's not here, physically to see what I'm doing. So if not Christ, I can go to work and play games. He will not know, because I get a phone, I get everything. Anybody coming to me will call me, or they will test you. Even you can go out, do your own thing. You get a ticket, everything on your phone. It's easy, but we can't do that. And you know, Ghanaians, we really work. I'm not saying only Ghanaians, Africans, or whoever is here. We're ready to work to make the money. So if you need the money, just push a little bit, force yourself, focus, and pay attention to what they're teaching. You're going to make it. Trust me, sometimes when you go to class, doctor will make you laugh. But whatever he's talking about and is laughing, it's a point. One thing that I would say is that this is a secret. Doctor will teach you things that is going to come in your exams. Trust me, I wish I have my people here to show you. But he will not tell you that is going to come in your exams or whatever. Mostly the things that he will joke or play on that, trust me, you're going to say it in the exams. And it will come just like a dream to you. Oh, he talked about this. So you just need to pay attention, focus, just give yourself like 3 months, just like I did. I'm going to kill myself to do this thing and get it off my chest. Then I'm done. And that's what I did. And I feel good. I'll say that. Regardless, I feel good. I go to work, like I can sleep till 7 before I go to work. And then when I get up to, I don't have anything. Just like I know, oh, I have 3 days ahead of me. I can play with the case. We go wherever we go, do my things. And you can see now I have my own, we have a studio here too. I sit in the radio, do things. So it's all part of the IT thing. So I appreciate the time and everything, doctor. And then you can give my number. Anybody want to talk to me or find out anything, I'm ever ready to help.
Thank you so much, Michael. Now, one of the advents, you probably may know her or may not know her. She said, "Tell them, bro, it is, IT is really good." She is enjoying the IT money too. So, that's what it is. And someone asked that Slam offers Scrum Master, and the host recommend doing Scrum instead of cybersecurity. Now, we do offer Scrum Master. I want you to give us a call. Our office is closed at this time, but then you can call us first thing in the morning, 8 a.m. Our phone number is 571-379-8933. 571-379-8933. And our website is www.slammllc.com. Just contact us, call us, and then let's talk about how you can change your career or how you can swim into this technology that Michael is talking and his face is shining and smiling and all of that. You can see that, money looks good on him. So thank you so much, Michael, for joining Slam Technology Ask a Mentor. We appreciate you joining, and then we thank you. So for all of you that join us, thank you once again for being part of Ask a Mentor. And I believe that for those that are working, one day you will also share your story. And those that are, have taken class from us, it's our prayer that you also will share your story one day. So keep pushing, don't give up, keep doing it. Don't say that you tried the first time, it didn't work, so you give up. There's one thing that we say that I tried means I didn't. If you try and it didn't work for you, you didn't do it, right? Keep doing it until you see the manifestation coming. And so we are all hoping, and we are all voting for you to cheering for you to become who you want to become one day. Don't give up. We haven't given up on you. Keep doing that, all right? Thank you once again, and I'll see you same time next week. Have yourself a wonderful evening and the best of all time. And thanks for choosing Slam Technologies. Have a nice day.